SpaBlowout.com. SpaBlowout.com.
Do you have $10,000 or more in past due federal student loans? Well, you may qualify to have your entire student loan forgiven with one free call. That's right. If you're a teacher, nurse, police officer, firefighter, or work for a nonprofit, then you may qualify for new federal programs to have your entire student loan forgiven. The Student Loan Council wants to give you free information on all the programs can help, and the sooner you call, the faster they can help. Get the maximum loan forgiveness, loan reduction, or consolidation available. Plus, find out in the first free call what you qualify for. A loan forgiveness specialist is standing by to answer all of your questions for free. Stop worrying about your student loan payments. If you have more than $10,000 in federal student loans, this information could change your life. Call 800-579-4409. 800-579-4409. Completely wipe out your federal student loan debt. Find out how. 800-579-4409. That's 800-579-4409.
Cheyenne's #1 news talk radio, AM 650 KGAB, KGAB.com, and on the go with Radio Pup, powered by Union Wireless.
All right, 8:41 is the time here on Cheyenne's #1 news talk radio. She's a beauty, but not so much outside this morning, as we've got lots of fog here in the capital city and along I-80 and I-25. So make sure you are very, very careful out there as you're traveling in and out. Current temperature right now in the capital city is 47. 8:41 is the time. And I wanted to talk a little bit this morning, some trash talk, if you will, a little bit of trash talking. Not jive talking, but as you know, the city is wanting to hike your sanitation fees again. And let's go to the phones. Good morning. It's your turn.
That's a great subject, Gary. I have some information for you to add to what's in the paper from Brad Harrington this morning.
Okay.
I was, as a business owner, I went over to the city council meeting on Monday. Was surprised that the gallery was almost empty, but another fellow business owner, small business owner, came in and started asking questions about the new sanitation raises and things like that. And what we were both there for, and this wasn't planned, but we both had a question about our dumpsters that have to sit outside our businesses as a requirement. And let me tell you what went on a little bit, if I can, please.
You may.
Okay, we have a dumpster that we pay $35.75 a month for, and they call it rent. Now, I've been renting that dumpster along with the other gentleman that was there for his business for years and years and years. Now, I started looking at my bill years ago, and I said, now, wait a minute. Why am I renting a dumpster when I can buy one, save some money, and use it for my business somewhere else? So I called sanitation, and it was no, 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 and no. Can I buy one? No. Why can't I buy one? No. Can I get the information so if I go to the company that you purchased them, I will purchase a dumpster, that very same exact dumpster that your trucks pick up, and set that out in the back, and then you can cross off that $35 and some cents, and it will be the same thing. No. So what I've done in the last 15 years is I have bought that dumpster 6 times.
Right. Here's the deal. What I want to see is, on the telephone bills that you get, how they're all itemized, where all the money goes, because I could see them saying one thing, well, this is the lease, this is the rent, but then, okay, where's the truck maintenance? Where does that money come from? The service fees and all that. I'm sure you don't have a problem paying the service fees because the guys have to come by and pick it up, but I'd like to see an itemized bill of where this money is going. And that's what the city council, Shaner and former Allen, tried to do, was to find out where this $1.5 or $1.6 million of your sanitation fee hikes are going.
Gary, the explanation was from, I think she is the director of the sanitation, Mrs. or Miss Nemechek. One of the explanations of some of the charges down at Sanitation was they overcharged for one thing and they undercharged for another thing. When you sit there in the audience and hear somebody that is responsible for telling you what these charges are all about, that they're overcharging one place, they're undercharging for another place, you don't have any other choice because there's no competition in the city for trash delivery or pickup or, taking away. So the city has a monopoly. We had another gentleman stand up and say, how can you have a monopoly and, bring that to the city when they've been taking money out of the sanitation and no one knows where that money has come from, where it's gone.
Bingo.
Dickie Shaner was very interesting when he said this has been going on for years and he was trying to get to the bottom of it. But we've had so many questions. Now you have a dumpster that every single commercial, small, large commercial business has to have, which costs $500 for that dumpster. That is the charge.
And also, if you had 3 businesses in one building and you were using one dumpster, there was a time they were charging all 3 of your businesses for that one dumpster. As I understand, that's been changed.
I'm not sure what
it's just
that
like
is,
highway robbery. You know what I mean?
It is, and it's when someone gets up there and says it's immoral and it's fraudulent and you're stealing money from us, and the whole council sits there with a glassy look on their face going, whoa, somebody caught us doing this, doing that, doing this. But then there's also a vote on that council that says, okay, we won't steal 8%, we'll only steal 5%.
Yeah, exactly.
Thanks a lot, Gary, for giving me the time.
Hey, you bet. I appreciate it. I like to hear from the business owners because it's live fire for you as it is for a lot of our residential. Here's another problem that I really have a problem with is right now the city currently was spending $1.2 million yearly to haul the trash to Alt, Colorado, a contract up for renewal this year. Now, city officials want to extend it for 2 more years, giving them time to get the Happy Jack landfill expansion in gear before canceling. And those expansion costs are estimated at somewhere right around $12 million. Also, I don't know, there's just a whole lot that could be shared about this. Let's take another call this morning. Good morning. It's your turn.
Good morning.
Hi.
I was just reading yesterday's paper about this bill that Laramie passed. And in there it says that this gentleman said that the religious portion of the measure, by quoting a court transaction, which I don't understand, says while the right to have religious belief is absolute, the freedom to act on such is not. Then I went to my Constitution, First Amendment. Congress shall make no law respecting an establishment of religion, nor prohibiting the free exercise thereof.
Yeah.
So I think that's totally unconstitutional.
Well, that's a very good point, and I would definitely make sure that you get in contact with Annette Williams because, as we talked about yesterday, that anti-discrimination law is on the way. Still talking about trash talk this morning as far as the city. Let's take another phone call. Good morning. It's your turn.
Good morning, Gary. Brad Harrington. How are you today?
Hey, good morning, Brad. How are you? What's happening?
Not much. This trash thing. Once again, the city's going to try to raid the taxpayers to make up for their poor budgeting. The city council, now granted, Dickie Shaner pulled 5% instead of an 8%, which was a significant reduction. And, I always appreciate it when somebody decides to steal a little less of my money. But the fact remains that the city is looking to raise trash rates by 25% over the next 5 years to pay for things that could be paid for easily out of current finances.
Cool. Let's talk about that. How?
Well, for instance, the Belvoir Ranch. One of the reasons why that was bought back in 2003 was to serve as a landfill. Well, that's no longer feasible. Sell it. That's $6 million right there, even assuming we only get what we paid for it. That's half of the Happy Jack landfill expansion. Take the DDA, for instance. They want $650,000 over the next 15 years. That's $9.7 million. That's the rest of it right there. Get rid of this rating the sanitation fund to the tune of about $1.2 to $1.6 million a year. Call it $1.5 million a year. That's $22 million over 15 years.
And then try to use some of this money with some kind of for the capital expansion project.
Well, that's another boondoggle, but that's the state issue there. They want to spend $300 million to upgrade the Capitol and the Herschler building, while just the other day I read in the newspaper Governor Matt Mead's talking about budget cuts. So
big time.
Where are our priorities here? If I was a family, I would adjust my priorities to make my revenues and my expenditures line up. But when you're government, whether it's the city, the local county government, or the state, they just plunder the taxpayers for more money. The Capitol just needs to be turned into a museum. They bought the Safeway, made a parking lot out of it, spent $50-75 million, put a high-rise up there, put a parking garage underneath it, save yourself $200+ million and turn the Capitol into a museum. It was never meant to be a telecommunications center, and they should quit trying to make it one. And these are things that are easily comprehensible and doable if people would just stop approaching the taxpayer like he's some kind of deep pocket that can be plundered at will.
Exactly. And here's another angle. They voted 7-3 Monday night. I believe it was Dr. Rennie, Mike Luna, and this Richard Johnson fella. Anyway, I'll bookmark that here for a moment. But what people need to know is Councilman Mike Luna voted no, not because he wants to go with the 8%, but because he wants it less than 5%. Now, here's another thing to look at, Brad, and I want to get your take on it before we let you go. Jim Brown has already said he would vote for the 8%. So I'm not quite sure why we didn't get a vote out of the 5% or why we got 5% in favor. I'm a little nervous that these things are going to change around Monday night. Is it possible that we could get back up to 8% and they vote on that again?
Well, the amendment passed. So what's before, and I could be wrong on this, but I don't think so. What is before the city council now would be 5%.
Okay.
They would have to do another amendment to put it back to 8% before that could be considered votable.
So if we cancel out the alt contract now and begin dumping that trash into the Happy Jack landfill, and then expand that as we're dumping, that would save us money as well. But what would be the repercussion? Do you think that's feasible at all, or do you think that's a pipe dream?
Well, I think it's feasible because the Public Works Director, Vicki Nemechek, just said in the paper not even 2 weeks ago that they want to renew that contract for 2 more years, which is $1.2 million per year, and then cancel it at that point because they'll start using the Happy Jack landfill because they'll be expanding it with the money they'll be saving from the contract. Well, cancel the contract now. It's up for renewal. Take that $1.2 million and immediately begin the landfill expansion. This isn't rocket science.
All right. Well, Brad, we appreciate you weighing in this morning, as always, as you and I are talking trash this morning.
Thank you, Gary. You take care. Make it a great day.
You too. Have a great day. All right. 8:53 is the time. The phone number is 632-6500, 632-3323. More on the way straight ahead. Good morning.
Hi, I'm Ryan Seacrest for RAD. Over 300 people in this country are killed every week by a drunk driver. That's the equivalent of 2 747 plane crashes every single week. And the problem isn't going away unless we all do our part to stop it. So if you see someone who's about to drive after drinking, get the keys. Don't leave it up to anyone else. Friends don't let friends drive drunk.
A public service announcement brought to you by RAD, the National Association of Broadcasters, and the Ad Council.
With an 11% rebate on everything, Menards gives you the freedom to save on anything you choose, including sale prices. Dutch Boy Platinum Interior Paint features an exclusive no prep, no prime formula. Save $4 per gallon and $20 per 5-gallon pail of Dutch Boy Platinum Interior Paint. Plus, save an additional 11% after rebate. That's savings on top of savings. Hurry in now because Menards has an 11% rebate on everything.
Save big money at Menards.
Are you a single mother interested in earning more money? The Cheyenne Climb Wyoming program is recruiting for their next job training. Training is free for participants. Contact Climb Wyoming at 307-778-0094 by May 18th for details.
Walk MS is the rallying point of the MS movement. Your community coming together to raise funds and celebrate hope for the future. The National Multiple Sclerosis Society raises money to support life-changing programs for people living with MS in our community and drives cutting-edge research. Join us and be inspired to make connections that count. The walk is free, but fundraising is encouraged. Join Town Square Media and Sam's Club and walk to create a world free of MS on May 30th at Cheyenne Depot Plaza.
It's the big event at B&B Appliance and TV, their 47th anniversary sale going on right now. May is also Maytag month with washer-dryer pairs on sale, plus up to $350 in rebates. Maytag also has rebates up to $1,000 on kitchen appliance packages. Maytag quality means each appliance they build has a 10-year major component warranty. Celebrate their 47th anniversary at B&B Appliance and TV, 714 Central Avenue.
The sunshine is here, and the Sweet Bistro is celebrating by opening up the patio for lunch and dinner. Come relax and enjoy at 1901 Central Avenue. Enjoy the new menu items and the friendly, fun service. The Sweet Bistro, open 11 to 11 for 12 hours of fun.
A lifetime of love.
When a loved one passes on, we wish we had one more chance to say thank you. But the truth is, we do.
Mom gave us all the love she had. Now we can all thank her.
For a lifetime of giving, a lifetime of thanks, allow us to serve you.
A lifetime of love.
Memories of a lifetime of love. Schrader Funeral Home.
All right, 8:56 is the time. Again, the video cam is on. If you want to go out to KGAB AM 650 on our channel on YouTube, you can find us out there. Now, you might have to open up a Google account, of course. That's not too hard if you want to join us in studio. And we will be making this even better with another cam being put into the studio so that we can see our guests. All that and more coming up straight ahead. When we come back into the program after 9 o'clock Fox News, we're going to be talking with the folks from CRMC, the Cheyenne Regional Medical Center. Also, don't forget to take that poll. Does Cheyenne really need an anti-discrimination law? We'd love to hear your thoughts on that at KGAB.com. On a Friday, 8:57, Sean Hannity. Straight ahead. Good morning.
KGAB Orchard Valley, Cheyenne.
Hi, it's Gary Freeman at KGAB Mornings. Join Doug Randall and myself weekday mornings for everything you need to know and more on AM 650 KGAB.
AM 650 KGAB. Up to the minute news.
From the KGAB News Center, I'm Doug Randall. The Western Sugar Co-op has a plan to cut dozens of jobs in Wyoming.
The Western Sugar Cooperative intends to expand the production capacity at plants in Nebraska and Colorado while reducing its Torrington operation to just sugar storage and shipping. Co-op president and CEO Rodney Perry says in a news release that investments in new technology and proven equipment will help the co-op produce more sugar from the same amount of sugar beets using less energy. Co-op said Thursday that staffs at the Fort Morgan, Colorado, and Scottsbluff, Nebraska plants likely won't grow, but says the Torrington plant will lose 70 positions, leaving only 6 after the sugar production from beets planted this spring ends in late winter 2016. The co-op's 1,000 grower owners are situated in Colorado, Montana, Nebraska, and Wyoming. Reporting from Casper, I'm Walter Hahn.
The Wyoming Supreme Court has sided with the Sheridan Press newspaper in its effort to report on planning for a multi-purpose center in Sheridan. The newspaper sued the Sheridan School District after the school board discussed the facility in closed meetings in 2012 and 2013 and refused to release minutes of the meeting. The High Court on Thursday reversed a district court ruling and ordered the release of the meeting records. The justices ruled the meeting records are vague and reveal little. More news on demand at KGAB.com.
AM 650 KGAB Sports.
From the KGAB News Center, I'm Doug Randall. The Colorado Rockies have snapped their 11-game losing streak, getting a win on the West Coast against the Dodgers last night. Carlos Gonzalez hit a home run in the Rockies' winning effort. The game suffered a rain delay, the first time in 311 home dates the Dodgers have had a game suffer a rain delay. After the game, Rockies shortstop Troy Tulowitzki denied allegations he's trying to work his way out of Colorado. He says he's giving his best effort and says that's something he owes his teammates. Other sports headlines, the Cleveland Cavaliers have knocked the Chicago Bulls out of the NBA playoffs. They get a 94-73 win over the Bills in Chicago. That series over at 4-2. The Cavaliers will face either Atlanta or Washington in the next round of the NBA playoffs. And as expected, the New England Patriots have appealed their penalties on the Deflategate scandal. Roger Goodell will preside over the hearing on the issue. He denied a players' union request for a neutral arbitrator in that hearing. That's a look at sports. I'm Doug Randall.
Good morning, Cheyenne and southeastern Wyoming. Pacific weather system moving across the region today is going to bring some shower and thunderstorm activity. A lot of garden variety, light to moderate shower and weak thunderstorm activity. However, we're going to be on the western fringes of the chance of some strong to severe thunderstorms this afternoon. The closer you are to the Nebraska-Wyoming border, the better chance you'll see of strong to severe thunderstorms. It's going to be a cool and unsettled weekend as well. We'll still be looking at some passing weather systems. This will bring us a chance of some periods of showers and thunderstorms, and a fast-moving Canadian cold front slips in Saturday night and Sunday. I'll be back with more in a moment.
Why did you escape to the historic Elk Mountain Hotel?
After the daily grind of the city, I want to get away. I want to be free of everyday reality. I want wonderful scenery and fabulous hospitality. I want to get back into life over dinner and a glass of wine.
Get away to the hospitality of the Elk Mountain Hotel, where time slows down. Visit elkmountainhotel.com and still your beating heart in the serenity of our Victorian country inn.
Superior, a word used to describe the best, which is why it's also the name of the largest livestock auction in the U.S. Superior Livestock Auction presents the Corn Belt Classic, June 10th and 11th in Council Bluffs, Iowa. Catalog deadline is May 26th. To consign cattle or for more information, contact Superior at 800-422-2117 or go to superiorlivestock.com. Superior Livestock Auction, America's leader in livestock marketing.
Increasing shower activity over the course of this Friday. Could see some thunderstorms this afternoon. High temperatures today, only about 60. Lows tonight near 40. Highs 50s Saturday. Low to mid 50s on Sunday. Weekend lows mid to upper 30s with scattered shower and thunderstorm activity. I'm meteorologist Mark Hewer. More weather on demand at KGAB.com.
1 in 9 babies will be born prematurely, needing the specialized care
of a neonatal ICU. Toby's Shower for Babies knows that new parents appreciate any kindness during this stressful time. That's why they donate baskets to the Level 4 NICU in Denver, the closest destination for preemies in the region. The baskets contain blankets, books, a stuffed animal, onesies, and more. They brighten up the room as well as mom and dad's spirits. You can help by donating to this caring organization. Visit showerforbabies.org or find them on Facebook.
This is a referral service. Calls will be routed to an independent referral insurance agency. Do you know the number one cause of bankruptcy? No, it's not losing your job or running up credit card debt. It's not even divorce. It's medical costs. If you and your family don't have health insurance, just one serious illness or accident could be financially devastating. But now there's good news, really good news. A health insurance hotline has been established to provide health insurance for all Americans, even uninsured Americans with pre-existing conditions. Now anyone can get health insurance even if you have a pre-existing medical condition. I repeat, now anyone can get health insurance coverage. Call now for a free no-obligation quote on affordable health plans available to you. Again, this is a free hotline for anyone, even if you have pre-existing conditions. Protect you and your family from sudden unexpected medical costs. Call the free health insurance hotline right now at 1-800-838-8963. That's 1-800-838-8963. Call 1-800-838-8963.
Spa. Millions of dollars of factory direct 2015 inventory. Today through Sunday. Cheyenne Ice and Event Center. Over 100 spas on display and everything must go. All inventory 40 to 80% off. Trade-ins welcome. Free delivery. We'll even haul away your old spa. Spa starting at $29.95. Thousands at the Revolutionary Swim Spa. See the Revolutionary Swim Spa in action and save up to 60%. Exercise with low impact. Swim the entire year and stay in shape. Teach your kids to swim. Unwind and save thousands. Avoid the expense and maintenance involved with a pool. You can do it all. Swim, exercise, and relax in your new aquatic exercise swim spa. Installation in one day only. Millions of dollars of factory direct 2015 inventory. Today through Sunday. Cheyenne Ice and Event Center. New 2015 inventory. All inventory must be sold. 12 months interest-free financing. Millions of dollars of inventory must be sold. Cheyenne Ice and Event Center. Today, noon to 8. Saturday, 10 to 8. Sunday, 10 to 6. Free admission. Free parking. Call 877-55-HOT-TUB or visit SpaBlowout.com. SpaBlowout.com.
And now, back to KGAB Mornings with Gary Freeman on AM 650 KGAB.
Hey, good morning. Welcome to Friday. Some of the fog is starting to say bye-bye here in the capital city. Of course, there's still a lot of fog, limited visibility, about a quarter mile last I was updated on out east of town, Burns, Pine Bluffs, that area. So just be careful, slow it down. We don't want to have any I-80 accidents, and you know what we're talking about. 9:12 is the time, and our next guest is usually a visit that we have about every other month with the CEO of the Cheyenne Regional Medical Center, Margot Karsten, of which Margot Karsten is not going to be able to be in with us today, but we are very thankful to have Joshua Hannes and Molly Malian with us. And guys, welcome to the program today.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
All right, great to have you here. So, Joshua, what exactly is it that you do with the hospital, sir?
Yeah, so I'm the Director of Community Health and Legislative Affairs, and what my work mainly focuses on is what is the hospital doing out in the community to reach particularly vulnerable populations, low-income populations, and how are we helping them get things like access to health care, for example. And we do that through a pretty disciplined process. We work with the community. We have a group of stakeholders that we work with through the Laramie County Community Partnership. And we use real data to identify needs in the community. We identify priorities. And then when the hospital puts grant money in the community, it has to be based on those things. So what's an actual need, not just some project, but are we addressing a real issue in the community? What's the idea? Is it a best practice? Is it something that's going to create real change? And that's how we decide how our grant money is going to go out. And
so what are some of the needs besides, well, I've got a hangnail and I'm going to go to the emergency room?
Right. So we've got, right now there's a group of committed people in the community focused on homelessness and particularly homeless youth.
Yeah.
So that group of people is trying to develop a continuum of care. So they've established some crisis services. So somebody that needs shelter, right now, today, how do we get them under a roof? All the way to students who are, they don't have, either their parents have left town and they're not around anymore, or they've been couch surfing from friend's house to friend's house. They've established what they call a host home program that Cheyenne Regional's invested in to take people that this kid knows. So maybe it's a neighbor, an aunt, an uncle, a family friend that's going to say, yeah, I'll take you in. You can stay at my home. We'll provide shelter for you, some stability, and you can continue to go to school in your community and finish school.
So is some of this by choice? I mean, I see some of these, what I call vagabonds, walking around. It's normally 2 guys, a dog, and a chick, no matter what it is. Some of those people, they do that by choice because they're kind of anti-government, but that's not the people you're talking about. And then are we finding out that some of these homeless college students or what have you, they just don't know how to put it together, or what are you finding in your research?
Yeah, so some of it's really hard to nail down because it's a difficult group of people to identify, first of all. But this particular group, looking at students, a lot of these are identified by the school district, and they are there's a variety of reasons. Some of it is their families are struggling to keep housing and stay in one place, so they bounce around. Maybe it's a difficulty maintaining employment for any variety of reasons. But that lack of stability for those kids is what this group is looking at and what the hospital is interested in, because not having that secure housing has an impact on health. You're going to see those kids coming through the hospital or through the emergency room, and if we can get them a safe place to stay that's stable, then we certainly want to help in any way we can to do that.
All right, we're talking with Joshua Hannes. He is an epidemiologist with the Wyoming Institute of Population Health, which is a division of the Cheyenne Regional Medical Center right here in Cheyenne, responsible for assessing and improving population health in our community and the state. And Joshua, are you guys working with, or I know that there's a group out there and they were highlighted at the Cheyenne Day of Giving. I believe it's the Wyoming Coalition for Homelessness here in the capital city, and they do some of that same thing,
Sure.
offer rain jackets and whatnot. Are you working within their coalition at all?
Absolutely. So what we something that's important to us is how do you leverage resources across the community so that you're not just attacking the problem from one side or from one group of people. So through our community coalitions that they call themselves the Strong Families Action Team, and they've brought a number of partners to the table, including that group, the school district, people from across the community that have either some interest or some resources to bring to bear to address the problem.
All right. Very good. Good morning. If you're just joining us, we're talking with the folks from the Cheyenne Regional Medical Center. We're going to take a break and more to come straight ahead. Also, we will get to your phone call if you would like to weigh in on this conversation or help them out or give some feedback or just ask a question. We'll let you do that. All that and more straight ahead. Good morning.
Spa. Millions of dollars of factory direct 2015 inventory. Today through Sunday. Cheyenne Ice and Event Center. Over 100 spas on display and everything must go. All inventory 40 to 80% off. Trade-ins welcome. Free delivery. We'll even haul away your old spa. Spa starting at $29.95.
Thousands at a revolutionary swim spa.
See the revolutionary swim spa in action and save up to 60%. Exercise with low impact. Swim the entire year and stay in shape. Teach your kids to swim. Unwind and save thousands. Avoid the expense and maintenance involved with a pool. You can do it all. Swim, exercise, and relax in your new aquatic exercise swim spa. Installation in one day only. Millions of dollars of factory direct 2015 inventory. Today through Sunday. Cheyenne Ice and Event Center. New 2015 inventory. All inventory must be sold. 12 months interest-free financing. Millions of dollars of inventory must be sold. Cheyenne Ice and Event Center. Today noon to 8. Saturday 10 to 8. Sunday 10 to 6. Free admission. Free parking. Call 877-55-HOT-TUB or visit SpaBlowout.com. SpaBlowout.com.
Champion Windows has a question. What does your home need? Does it need to be cooler in the summer and warmer in the winter? Do you want lower energy bills year-round? Then your home needs new windows from Champion. For over 60 years, millions of homeowners have trusted the comfort and energy efficiency of Champion Windows. Our windows are made in the USA with an exclusive lifetime warranty that you won't find anywhere else. And right now, you can get 25% off new Champion windows for your home. Plus, no money down, no payments, and no interest for a full year. Call 877-GO-CHAMPION or visit us at getchampion.com. But don't wait, 25% off new Champion windows is only available for limited time. So call today, 877-GO-CHAMPION, or go to getchampion.com. Because right now, every home can save 25% on new Champion windows. And every home needs a champion. Minimum purchase of 5 Comfort 365 windows required. See store or website for details. Subject to qualifying credit approval. Interest accrues during the promotional period, but all interest is waived if the entire balance is paid in full within 12 months.
KGAB Mornings with Gary Freeman, the Cheyenne way to start the day. News, weather, sports, information, and opinion on AM 650 KGAB.
All right, good morning. 9:20 is the time. The heat might be on in Florida, but it's definitely not on here in the capital city today. We've got lots of clouds and fog. We're trying to get up to about 70, but I don't know if we're going to make it today. But at any rate, you do have some liquid sunshine coming this afternoon in the form of rain, and so we hope that you will drive safely on your drive home. If you just joined us this morning, very interesting topic. Normally we have the CEO of Cheyenne Regional Medical Center, Dr. Margot Karsten. She's not able to be here today. I think I ran her off, but Kathy tells me I didn't, so that's good. But in studio, we have Joshua Hannes and Molly Maley in with us. And Molly is the wellness coordinator for the hospital, and she is going to discuss with us what she's doing to help our workforce stay healthier and get healthier. And by the way, if you're watching us on the video cam, please be patient with us. We are going to get another cam in here so that we can toggle back and forth to the guests. And so that'll all be coming straight away. And I don't know, Molly, are you kind of the celebrity type, or are you kind of glad you're not on the camera?
I'm okay not being on camera.
Okay, great. So tell us what you do. Oh, wait a minute. We have a phone call. I forgot about that. Good morning. It's your turn.
Thank you. I have a question, and I might be misinformed, but it has to do with the hospital, and I think it's either on the 5th or 6th floor on the south part of the hospital there. There's a series of rooms area that is not occupied, and they said that it wasn't code or something like that.
Are you talking about on the 6th floor of the hospital? You're saying there's a section up there that's not occupied because
either the 5th or 6th. We go up there. Our family has been there too often, but nevertheless, there's an area that they said it isn't up to code or something, so that part of the hospital is not occupied at all. I wonder if the people there could expound on it. Is that true?
All right. Thanks for the phone call. I don't know, Josh, Molly, you guys have any, you know anything about that? I haven't heard anything about that.
I haven't either, and I'm sorry I didn't hear the entire question. But,
basically, what he's saying is the 5th and 6th floor of the hospital. There's some sections up there that are not usable right now because they violated code or something. I have heard nothing about that.
No, not anything I've heard
Okay,
about.
very well. Thanks for the phone call, sir. I hope that answered your question. All right, so Molly, what do you do as the wellness coordinator? Of course, it kind of tells us what you do, but maybe we can dig into the details of what exactly do you do at the hospital?
I like to explain it as whatever keeps you a healthy employee or makes you a healthy employee is kind of what I'm in charge of. So it really varies. Right now, this week, the big thing we're doing is Jason and Margot, two of our administrators, Margot, our CEO, are challenging each other head to head with our Fitbits that we've integrated into our wellness program.
Fitbits?
Fitbits.
Oh, Fitbits.
Physical
Okay.
activity trackers. So Fitbit's the brand that we chose.
Okay.
So they are each doing their best to get their daily steps in. And to get the rest of the employees involved, they can donate $1. Each dollar is worth 100 steps. And then the winner at the end of the week, which the challenge goes until 11:59 tonight, gets to choose how the funds are spent. So
if I give Margot $1,
yes.
she has to walk 100 steps.
No, it would add towards her total at the end of the week. So you're helping out her
Oh.
cause.
Well, she's not here, so I guess she's not going to get my $1.
She's doing her steps. That's what I heard.
Oh, that's what's going on. So I don't know. Maybe Kathy can help us through the break, and we'll figure out how we can donate to that. So, and where does the money go when it's all said and done?
So Jason has chosen the EAB, which is a hospital within our hospital, just things like Hospital Week, things like that. And Margot has chosen the Alzheimer's Association.
Oh, yes. Right on. Okay, we will be donating. So, Kathy, you're going to have to tell me how to do that. Say, what are you all excited about Alzheimer's? We can tell, Gary, that you probably are suffering from that. No, it's just that's just one of my big charities. I can go into it, but it's not about me today. It's about what you guys are doing. All right, very good. We will talk some more with Molly here straight ahead. We're going to take a break. Your time is 9:25 here on Friday. Hey, it may be overcast, but it's Friday, right, guys? So we're going to have a good time here in the studio anyway, and we hope you'll stick around and join us. We're going to hear more from CRMC, the hospital, here straight ahead. Good morning.
So when we place that grant in your hand, how do you want it? 10 Benjamin Franklins, 20 grants, 50 Andrew Jacksons?
PayPal should work. However it gets broken down, you could win $1,000 twice a day, every weekday on KGAB. When we tell you, be the 25th nationwide caller to toll-free 877-854-WINS. That's 877-854-9467 to win cash, plus a bonus 10 grand at KGAB.com. From Cheyenne Auto and Metal, used auto parts and metal recycling.
Take a big step forward with the new 2016 Kia Sorento. I'm AJ Miller for Kia of Cheyenne, and the 2016 Kia Sorento is wider with a longer wheelbase, which gives you more room and an even better ride. The Kia Sorento is available in multiple engine options and 5 different trims. The 2016 Kia Sorento starts under $26,000. Every new Kia comes with a 10-year, 100,000-mile warranty. Come by or go to KiaofCheyenne.com, where we'll always beat any deal on any new Kia in any state.
The Toyota Time Sales Event is going on right now. For a limited time, get special deals on all your favorite Toyota models. Plus, every new Toyota comes with Toyota Care, our no-cost maintenance plan for 2 years or 25,000 miles. Right now, get 0% APR financing for 60 months with $1,667 per thousand borrowed on many of your favorite Toyota models like Camry, Corolla, Prius, and RAV4. The Toyota Time Sales Event ends June 1st, so hurry in. These deals won't be around for long. Visit Toyota.com for more details. Toyota, let's go places.
Covers normal factory scheduled service for 2 years or 25,000 miles, whichever occurs first. See participating dealer for coverage details. APR and approved credit from Toyota Financial Services. Security deposit waived. Does not include college grad or military rebate. Offers may vary by region. See participating dealer for details. Offers end 6/1/15.
Visit Bradley Barr Toyota, your hometown Toyota dealer. Or for more information, please log on to Toyota.com. Toyota, let's go places.
News, weather, sports, opinion, and more. KGAB Mornings with Gary Freeman on AM 650 KGAB.
Well, at 9:27, I can tell you what is not my opinion, but 50 degrees, light rain here in the capital city, looking at a high today of 62. You can't expect thunderstorms on the drive home today, about 90%. Also, if you're driving, watch out for those southern winds coming up at 15 miles an hour. If you are just joining us this morning, we are having our it's every other monthly visit with the Cheyenne Regional Medical Center. And we have in here this morning because Dr. Margaret Karsten couldn't be here this morning because she's doing some basically fundraiser type stuff. Joshua Hennis and Molly Maley in with us. Molly, we left off with you and we were talking wellness. You're the wellness coordinator. So I guess if you're the wellness coordinator, you should be the most fit gal in the whole hospital. Is that fact or fiction?
I think people assume that, but I can definitely say there's some more fit employees than I am.
There?
Oh, yeah.
Some are like Nazis about it, man. It's like they're up in the morning, they're down, and why are you eating that? And they can get really kind of crazy. And then you have those that just kind of, I work out, but I eat what I want, right?
There's some awesome examples of wellness at the hospital for sure, on different levels too.
So are you trying to get them to eat more healthy?
Wellness really is a variety of things. Obviously, physical activity and nutrition are big ones and are hot topics pretty much all the time throughout the year. A component that we're really trying to bring to our workforce is more mental health. Plays such a role in how you perform at work, your daily life, and it can reflect on how physically active you are and the nutrition choices you choose. So really trying to get a bigger initiative towards mental health this year.
I don't think people realize, Molly, how much walking. There's a book out called Walk Yourself Thin, and it does all kinds of things for your mental health. It regulates your appetite. There's so many things that just walking can do. And course, probably staying away from aluminum pans and stuff, because now they're finding that Alzheimer's is connected to aluminum and metals in the brain. So if we have these Teflon pans or whatever, and they start getting holes in the bottom, at least some of the research I've done, they say get rid of those things, because when you're doing spaghetti sauce or cooking in there over time, that aluminum metal can get in your food. And if you do that over 5 or 10 or 15 years, you could be subject to Alzheimer's. So just something to tuck away. But I know when you walk by, people are like hiding their Diet Cokes and stuff. Oh, here comes Molly. She's the wellness coordinator. Anyway, we'll talk some more with Molly and Josh straight ahead. We're going to get up to the bottom of the hour with Fox News. My name is Gary Freeman. Glad to have you here on a Friday. Overcast, but at least it's Friday. I know you got a lot of great plans going on this weekend. Keep it right here. We'll wrap up the rest of the day with CRMC. Good morning.
AM 650 KGAB. Up to the minute news.
From the KGAB News Center, I'm Doug Randall. Cheyenne Mayor Rick Kaysen says city government has regulations in place banning discrimination because of sexual orientation or identity in all city business. But the mayor says such ordinances covering private business are a different issue.
Does the city of Cheyenne have the right to impose restrictions on private enterprise? There are federal laws that already provide that protection. So again, that is one of the distinctions that would be there. And again, we hear very frequently is how much government interferes with my rights as an individual or as a right of a business. Our responsibility here, of course, is city business.
The public won't be in the dark when finalists are selected for the next University of Wyoming president. Tracy Perkins reports.
The UW Board of Trustees voted on Thursday that the finalists will be publicly identified before March of 2016. The trustees also voted to bring the finalists to campus during the first few weeks of the spring 2016 semester. A third and final motion approved by the trustees extended the mission of the board to develop a plan for the mechanism, timeline, and other details of the presidential search. Those with input on the search process can still email their ideas to uw.presidential.search@uwyo.edu.
More news on demand at kgab.com.
It's finally Friday. This is your WyoPreps.com radio update. I'm John Gabrielson. Legion Baseball hopes for better weather this weekend. Cheyenne will head out of state. They'll take on Rapid City in Post 22. Post 6 coach Tag Lane just wants to get back on the diamond.
I think we've started out well. We've lost some games here, so it's been a while since we've been on the field. So I'm excited to get out there hopefully this weekend in Rapid City, against a great opponent and see exactly where we are. But, I think things have started well. We've got some college kids that will return to us here in the next few weeks. And as we put together our full 18-man roster, I think we're going to have a chance to be pretty good.
Gillette will take on the Billings Scarlets. There's a lot more games with Wyoming teams on the slate. You can see that complete schedule on WyoPreps.com. High school rodeo goes indoors in Casper this weekend. See the updated standings for the Cowboys and Cowgirls for the state as they head towards the state finals in Douglas. National High School Rodeo will be in Rock Springs again in July. I'll be back with more in a moment.
Motorcyclists are out on the road every day in Wyoming, in town and on the highway. And we're not just other vehicles. We're people. We're your neighbors, your friends, your family. We're members, even leaders of the community. The person under the helmet could be a mother, a brother, a doctor, or a friend. Some of us may look tough on the outside, but when we ride, we're vulnerable. So keep an eye out for us. Give us space, and always share the road with motorcycles.
Paid for by Federal Highway Safety Funds.
Got scores or photos from your favorite prep team? We'd love to see. WyoPreps.com.
Being able to see your favorite dentist is important. And when you buy dental insurance from Delta Dental, you can be reassured that most likely your dentist is one of the 87% of Wyoming dentists participating in our network. Visit our website at www.deltadentalwy.org. That's www.deltadentalwy.org for more information on Delta Dental. And remember to show off your smile, Wyoming.
Regional track and field gets underway today. State will be next weekend in Casper as kids are qualifying this week to get there next week. Big soccer games this week has our video crew in Cody. The second-ranked Phillies will play host to number 3 Star Valley today. They'll take on number 1 Jackson tomorrow. Other hot matchups will be the Sheridan and Gillette rivalry in both boys and girls. All 4 teams are ranked. East Conference seeding is on the line for those 4 teams as well. Check the website for complete schedules going in and results as we get them. This has been your WyoPreps Daily Radio Update. Be sure to like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, and as always, for more things for high school sports in our state, it's at WyoPreps.com.
Good morning, Cheyenne and southeastern Wyoming. Pacific weather system moving across the region today is going to bring some shower and thunderstorm activity. A lot of garden variety, light to moderate shower and weak thunderstorm activity. However, we're going to be on the western fringes of the chance of some strong to severe thunderstorms this afternoon. The closer you are to the Nebraska-Wyoming border, the better chance you'll see of strong to severe thunderstorms. It's going to be a cool and unsettled weekend as well. We'll still be looking at some passing weather systems. This will bring us a chance of some periods of showers and thunderstorms, and a fast-moving Canadian cold front slips in Saturday night and Sunday. I'll be back with more in a moment.
Why did you escape to the historic Elk Mountain Hotel?
After the daily grind of the city, I want to get away. I want to be free of everyday reality. I want wonderful scenery and fabulous hospitality. I want to get back into life over dinner and a glass of wine.
Get away to the hospitality of the Elk Mountain Hotel, where time slows down. Visit elkmountainhotel.com and still your beating heart in the serenity of our Victorian country inn.
Superior, a word used to describe the best, which is why it's also the name of the largest livestock auction in the U.S. Superior Livestock Auction presents the Corn Belt Classic, June 10th and 11th in Council Bluffs, Iowa. Catalog deadline is May 26th. To consign cattle or for more information, contact Superior at 800-422-2117 or go to superiorlivestock.com. Superior Livestock Auction, America's leader in livestock marketing.
Increasing shower activity over the course of this Friday. Could see some thunderstorms this afternoon. High temperatures today, only about 60. Lows tonight near 40. Highs 50s Saturday. Low to mid 50s on Sunday. Weekend lows mid to upper 30s with scattered shower and thunderstorm activity. I'm meteorologist Mark Hewer. More weather on demand at KGAB.com.
Here at Mountain View Regional Hospital, we know that joint and sports injuries are painful. With over 100 years of combined experience, our team of board-certified orthopedic surgeons is here to get you better faster, offering convenient access to the latest in surgical and non-invasive care with clinics in Cheyenne. Call 877-266-4700 or online at mvrhospital.com. Mountain View Regional Hospital. We find answers.
Each franchise independently owned and operated. Offer good on selected Signature Series product at participating franchises only. Some restrictions may apply.
You're going to love this house. It just came on the market, and it's gorgeous inside. Here we are.
Oh my gosh, look at this room. The window coverings are stunning. It's straight out of a magazine.
Isn't it incredible? The best part? They didn't even hire a decorator. Budget Blinds did it all.
Budget Blinds?
Yep, Budget Blinds. They'll give you a free in-home consultation, do all the measuring and installation, and give you their no questions asked warranty.
I'll take it.
The house?
No, the number for budget blinds.
Right now, it's Salute Our Troops Month at Budget Blinds, and they're committed to donating $1 million in cash, product, and services to Homes for Our Troops over 3 years. In that same spirit of giving, Budget Blinds is offering customers 25% off window coverings this month. To schedule your free in-home consultation and save 25%, call your locally owned Budget Blinds today at 1-800-370-4161. That's 1-800-370-4161. 1-800-370-4161.
This is John Greenhut, and if your teeth are stained from coffee, tea, or smoking, Power Swabs is the answer. In 5 minutes, you'll see 2 shades whiter teeth, and in 7 days, 6 shades. Even better, there's no messy strips or trays that you have to leave in your mouth for an hour. Just swab your teeth for 5 minutes, and you're done. To try Power Swabs, call 1-800-679-0969. Your bright white smile will have your friends talking about how great you look. Try it risk-free. 1-800-679-0969. That's 1-800-679-0969.
Gary Freeman gets you up and going. Weekday mornings on AM 650, KGAB.
All right, we're just cruising through a Friday here at 9:40. Glad you could be with us this morning. If you're just joining us, we have the folks from Cheyenne Regional Medical Center as Dr. Margot Karsten is basically out doing some kind of a fundraiser, but we've had the joy of having a couple of staff that is with Cheyenne Regional Medical Center and works pretty closely with them, and that's Joshua Hannes, and not Hannes. That didn't sound right, did it?
No problem.
Well, you're done a heinous crime there, Mr. Hannes.
I've heard every version.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Imagine.
And then, well, I said Hanes, and if it was Hanes, I was going to say, that's kind of underwear I have on. I know, TMI, right? And then Molly Maley, she is the wellness coordinator. And Josh, you were talking to me in the break, and there's some other cool things that you guys are doing that the community probably needs to know about, some awards you guys have won and whatnot.
Yeah, absolutely. So, the Laramie County Community Partnership is a group that's been around in Cheyenne since the mid-90s, and they've really what they've done in a nutshell is create infrastructure, like I talked about before, to bring stakeholders together to improve community health. And keep in mind that health is it's a broad definition, like Mike was talking about. It's not just the absence of disease, but it's your total quality of life. And so that group works on different issues, but that group and Cheyenne Regional has been a strong partner and a funder at times for this group. And together, the partnership applied for what was called a SCALE Award, which is spreading community accelerators through learning and evaluation. And it's through the Institute for Healthcare Improvement and the Robert Wood Johnson Foundation. And ultimately, this community was selected as one of 20 throughout the entire country to work on this project, where their partner organizations are going to provide a little bit of money to the community and support to really accelerate effort to improve people's lives and conditions of well-being. And I think one of the reasons that this community was selected, because we do have a strong coalition of partners, but also that we've been doing this kind of work. We've seen results. We've put some things on the ground that have been successful. And at a national level, this group is looking to scale those things. So they want to see what works, what can we bring to other places of the country, and then what can they bring to us to speed up our healthcare improvement process.
So it's not just a local community effort, but it's also a national community, if you want to call it that, effort.
Absolutely, absolutely. Bringing people from all over to support us and to help us support them.
Well, and some of that support too can be, well, what's working in that town? Oh, wow, you were successful, and maybe we can try that here.
Yeah, absolutely. Not just seeing what works other places, does it fit for our community, and then what does it take to put that in place. And at a national level, they want to see results right now. So I think they're invested in us now to being successful. So we're excited to be a part of it and invite, the community that has an interest, organizations and individuals that want to make a difference to join us and do this work together.
All right. That's very good. That's Josh Hannes. He is with the Cheyenne Regional Medical Center, and he does a lot of things as far as the Wyoming Institute of Population Health, which is a division of CRMC and responsible for assessing and improving population health in our community. And Molly, before we leave, anything to add to that, what you're doing to kind of segue into what they're doing as far as the hospital employees?
I think we're just now kind of starting to bridge the gap between population health and bringing it together with wellness. It's definitely an area that should be growing, looking at the continuum of health. You start with what you can do about your health, all the way down the line. So it's definitely a growing relationship, I would say.
All right, great. Well, guys, I appreciate you coming on the program today. And is there anything else that we need to know? If you want to contact these folks, 633-7461 is the phone number. If you want to add, or maybe there were some questions that you had that you weren't able to get on the program, again, 633-7461. Joshua, Molly, keep up the great work there at the hospital, and we hope to hear of some good things that come out of all your endeavors.
All right. Thank you so much.
All right. Very good. All right. That is the folks from Cheyenne Regional Medical Center. 9:44 is the time. We got some open line time to wrap up the program today. Good morning.
Women now make up 37% of the workforce, changing their role forever. Harvard Medical School has now opened its doors to new female applicants.
The first woman is now in space.
The majority of last year's doctorate degrees were earned by women.
We've come so far, but our news is changing for the worse. More women die from heart disease and stroke than men, even though it can be prevented. Make a change at GoRedForWomen.org today. Brought to you by the Ad Council and the American Heart Association's Go Red for Women.
Spa. Millions of dollars of factory direct 2015 inventory. Today through Sunday. Cheyenne Ice and Event Center. Over 100 spas on display and everything must go. All inventory 40 to 80% off. Trade-ins welcome. Free delivery. We'll even haul away your old spa. Spa starting at $29.95.
Thousands at a revolutionary swim spa.
See the revolutionary swim spa in action and save up to 60%. Exercise with low impact. Swim the entire year and stay in shape. Teach your kids to swim. Unwind and save thousands. Avoid the expense and maintenance involved with a pool. You can do it all. Swim, exercise, and relax in your new aquatic exercise swim spa. Installation in one day only. Millions of dollars of factory direct 2015 inventory. Today through Sunday. Cheyenne Ice and Event Center. New 2015 inventory. All inventory must be sold. 12 months interest-free financing. Millions of dollars of inventory must be sold. Cheyenne Ice and Event Center. Today noon to 8. Saturday 10 to 8. Sunday 10 to 6. Free admission. Free parking. Call 877-55-HOT-TUB or visit SpaBlowout.com. SpaBlowout.com.
And now, back to KGAB Mornings with Gary Freeman on AM 650 KGAB.
And good morning. 50 is the current temperature here on Cheyenne's #1 news talk radio station right here in Cheyenne, AM 650 KGAB and KGAB.com. Also want to mention, too, that Citizens Talking Politics, the Tea Party, will gather tomorrow, Saturday, May 16th, 2015, from 3 p.m. to 5:30 p.m. at the Laramie County Library in the Cottonwood Room. And as I understand, they're going to be discussing game plans and ideas on how to, in their opinion, take back their city and their state for Wyoming and for Cheyenne. Again, that is tomorrow. The Tea Party will be gathering in Cheyenne, right here in Cheyenne, May 16th, 2015, 3 p.m. to 5:30 p.m. at the Laramie County Library in the Cottonwood Room. Phone number this morning, if you want to be on the program, is 632-6500, 632-3323. Let's go back to the phones. Good morning. It's your turn.
Well, good morning. I wonder why the local councils do not prescribe discrimination against the homosexuals, because their proposals would lead to the destruction of America. For instance, they want to destroy the family of a man and a woman and their children. They do not produce future citizens for the country, which is an absolute obligation to citizens to reproduce of the future citizens. They are demanding special rights outside the normal laws of society, and certainly the betrayal of the laws of nature and humanity are all things that the homosexuals prescribe, and why we do not have discrimination against them for their attempts to destroy America, I don't know. But it seems like we want to protect the homosexuals, which is only 2 or 3% of the population, and their purpose is to destroy this country. All right, thank you.
Thank you. I'd like to hear from somebody from the homosexual community, the LBGT, and or somebody that you know. I have a hard time believing that they are out to destroy our country. Now, it's pretty obvious their behavior is not going to allow them to procreate, and I get that. But with the population in the world coming up, if not on or over 7 billion people, I don't think that the 3% or whatever it is in our country in homosexual activity is going to hamper the proliferation of human beings. Number one. Number two, as I understand from the spokesman, Mr. Artery, I believe that's how you say his last name, and he is part of the coalition for the homosexual LGBT community. As I understand, all he wants is to have LGBT put into the language for the discrimination clause. In other words, if you go to your HR department, there should be a sign that's hung up somewhere that says under the equal opportunity, you cannot discriminate against sex, gender, religion, creed, on and on and on. Right now, that LGBT language is not in there. And as I understand that, and I stand to be corrected, that's the language that they want put in there. Put it in there, be done with it, and move on. Like I said, it's going to be very difficult to try and find out if an employer was discriminating against homosexuals. Now, traditionally, has that been part of the American family? Absolutely not. Are they a special interest group? Absolutely so. Okay, I mean, that's just the way that it is. And according to the president, they make their choice. But that's a debatable argument that I really don't want to get in here and talk about today, whether somebody is born or whether someone chooses. The reason why I stand on the fact that they choose it, because there are thousands upon thousands of people that were engaged in that lifestyle, that have gotten out of it, that are living in a heterosexual relationship with a man and a woman. They have kids and everything else, and you hear their stories. They'll talk about how their family life was jacked up, they were confused, or they were rebelling. There's all these different stories out there, okay, of people that have gotten out of the lifestyle. So if they were truly born that way, then why aren't they still living that way? Now, having said that, I saw a interesting story here not too long ago about a little girl who was born in a family, and she swore up and down that she wanted to be a boy. She was miserable. She wasn't happy. So I'm going to make a long story short because I want to get to your phone call. But finally, the parents caved and said, okay, be a boy then. And I think they changed the name. They said that kid was so happy. Now, let's look at it this. If we can have Siamese twins and birth defects and things like that, who's to say? I don't know. I'm not a scientist and I'm not God. That some chromosomes may grow weird to where mentally they're a girl, but physically they're a boy. But having said that, that is still not the norm. That's still a rarity there. But I'm trying to bring up the other side because these things are going on. Let's take a phone call. Good morning. It's your turn.
Hi, Gary. Good morning. How are you doing?
I'm swell. How about yourself?
I'm fine. I just wanted to share a comment that my husband made the other day that I thought was pretty profound. He said, you know, our culture here is so messed up. He said heterosexuals aren't getting married anymore. They're forming family units, having children, etc., with no blessing of being married. And the gays are breaking down the courthouse doors to get married. So I think that just kind of says it in a nutshell.
That is awesome. What a great, profound point. And you have, 50% of relationships now that are non-committal? Say, well, what's committal? In other words, you go and you get married traditionally and you get a piece of paper. And I know there's going to be argument. Well, a piece of paper doesn't mean you don't love each other. That's not the point, okay? In order to be legally married, you go through a process. But that is incredible how you have the gay and lesbian community that at least are wanting to get a piece of paper to show that we are married or in a union. And you have a lot of heterosexuals that are just living together under what would deem a common law. Great point. Back to the phones. Good morning. It's your turn.
Good morning, Gary.
Hi.
Hey, I've got a couple of comments on some of this stuff.
Happy birthday, by the way, lady.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Gary, I don't think we can pass legislation that's going to make us be human. And, why our sexual preference is in our workplace and out on the streets and what, that's beyond me. There are some things that just belong to yourself. You should keep them to yourself. And then we wouldn't have to be worried about making all these exceptions or these rules. And, I guess I'm kind of offended that Laramie's doing this, because most people who live here, and I was one of those who did during the Shepherd ordeal, and that's where a lot of this has come from.
At least the way people,
drug deal.
Yeah, at least the way people perceive it. And we had one of our staff.
Both of us that were here, it's a bad drug deal, and I think that's telling us, you need to be honest in all your dealings. And I'm not saying that the drug deal is good, bad, or indifferent. I'm saying if he hadn't cheated the money, he probably wouldn't have been beaten like that. And
That's
what
right.
they did was horrendous. Don't get me wrong.
Absolutely.
But most murders are kind of horrendous.
I'd say a lot of them are.
But you don't pin them to your sexuality. And I think that's what they did with Matthew Shepard, and it's very wrong. It was drugs. That's it. The fact that he was gay had nothing to do.
But here's the deal.
The boys involved in that were gay or
that
bisexual.
Doesn't fit their narrative, though. That's the problem. The fact that he happened to have been gay, that's part of their narrative. And so you got Elton John coming out and doing all this stuff in the name of Matthew Shepard. Nobody cares about the details. We have a contributor here with Town Square, of which I won't mention their name. It's not me or Doug Randall, on one of the other stations, who did this big write-up, and he referenced Matthew Shepard. Well, he just moved here not too long ago, and I went into the office because I didn't want to make a big deal on his Facebook page, and I said, the guy died because of a drug deal, not because he was gay. And he looked at me like, because that's the narrative that people want to believe.
Yes.
It'd be like if a preacher went sour and did a drug deal and died. Do you think the media is going to come out and say he was persecuted for Christ?
Yeah.
No. They're going to bring out, it was a drug deal. This guy was, that fits their narrative. And that's what we have to remember during all this.
And I think we just need to remember, in general, in life, the truth is always the best answer. For this man to look at you probably like you have two heads. Really? No, everybody knows. They did a movie on it. It was about his sexuality. No, it wasn't.
Right. And thank you for the call. I've got to run because we've got a break.
All right,
Happy birthday
care.
to
Have
you.
a great weekend.
Right, you too. I want to piggyback on that. There is also a homosexual colleague, and forgive me for not having the name of the book. Maybe I'll try to research that out. I don't have it with me right now. But there is a homosexual colleague of Matthew Shepard who is a homosexual who wrote a book on the whole thing and said it had nothing to do with the fact the guy was gay. It was about this drug deal that went down. At any rate, getting back to the anti-discrimination bill, and you can talk to your city council. I think Annette Williams, who's on the city council, is going to draw up something to try to get this passed. But again, as I understand from some of the LBGT representatives, what they want is in the anti-discriminatory language for it to say LGBT. Well, that thing hanging up in your HR office, if I'm not mistaken, is a federal creed. And they're going to have to get that put in there. But for now, you're probably not going to have a case if you're found discriminating in Laramie, Wyoming. 9:57 is the time. We'll wrap it up here. Good morning.
What's the worst time to think about your auto insurance? The day you need it. Of course, then it's too late. Especially if you don't have the right coverage. AAA can help. Our agents take the time to help you figure out the coverage you need to be protected. That's insurance the AAA way. So talk to your local AAA agent or visit us online at AAA.com/trust and learn what auto insurance is like the AAA way.
Are you a single mother interested in earning more money? The Cheyenne Climb Wyoming program is recruiting for their next job training. Training is free for participants. Contact Climb Wyoming at 307-778-0094 by May 18th for details.
Spa. Millions of dollars of factory direct 2015 inventory. Today through Sunday. Cheyenne Ice and Event Center. Over 100 spas on display and everything must go. All inventory 40 to 80% off. Trade-ins welcome. Free delivery. We'll even haul away your old spa. Spa starting at $29.95.
Thousands of the revolutionary swim spa.
See the revolutionary swim spa in action and save up to 60%. Exercise with low impact. Swim the entire year and stay in shape. Teach your kids to swim. Unwind and save thousands. Avoid the expense and maintenance involved with a pool. You can do it all. Swim, exercise, and relax in your new aquatic exercise swim spa. Installation in one day only. Millions of dollars of factory direct 2015 inventory. Today through Sunday. Cheyenne Ice and Event Center. New 2015 inventory. All inventory must be sold. 12 months interest-free financing. Millions of dollars of inventory must be sold. Cheyenne Ice and Event Center. Today noon to 8. Saturday 10 to 8. Sunday 10 to 6. Free admission. Free parking. Call 877-55-HOT-TOP or visit spablowout.com. Spablowout.com.
All right, that's going to do it for us here on KGAB Mornings. Want to thank our guests from the Cheyenne Medical Center, and also we thank you for your phone calls. Hope you have a wonderful weekend, everyone. Stay dry, stay safe. Monday morning, we'll do it all over again at 6:09 with Doug Randall. So long for now.
KGAB Orchard Valley, Cheyenne.
KGAB Mornings with Gary and